Good afternoon, YouTube's man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of WMA Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, we're just a few more hours away till it's the end of 2022. I'm sorry. I tell you, folks, time has flown, has gone by. But like I said, I am, it's about adapting to change, and change is always going to happen in life. So, anyways, I said again, I'm gonna try to keep up more on my MMA content. And I saw this, about a couple of days ago. There's a talk that the return of ThugRose in the grappling, organization, which is called Fury. And Fury's been around for a while. It's mostly grappling. It's like BJJ, no strikes or anything like that. And her opponent is against Jillian the Savage Robinson. And this was a pretty stacked card. A lot of competitors here. Some of these, many of them are, quite a few are MMA fighters, some even the UFC. And some possibly maybe we might see in UFC. As you know, with the grappling, you can't strike. And as you know, Dana White calls most of the UFC fighters uncontracted workers. And that's why they do this, because it's not like real combat compared to like maybe Muay Thai or boxing. So, some of these fighters, they try to mix a little in between that, time when they don't have anything else to do or no fights. But, but like I said, ThugRose and Gillian were the main event for this tournament. And I follow ThugRose, a fan of hers. I don't like her politics too much, but I'm still a fan of hers. And these two ladies have been in the game for quite some time. As you remember, ThugRose was one of the original women that started in the strawweight division, and same with Gillian. And they are, I will say, they are pretty much veterans of the UFC. Like I said, Rose been in the game for almost 7 years, and Gillian nearly 4 years. And we all know what happened this summer. Actually, this summer ThugRose lost to Carla Esparza, the title, and Carla turned around, she loses the title to Wally Zhang. And like I said, Gillian was part of the women who were, along with Deanna Bennett, Nico Montano, Sarge Eubanks, and Roxanne Modafferi, who were part of the Tough, the Ultimate Fighter, where they had a season where it started the women's flyweight division. And she did pretty good, but she had took quite a few losses. She lost to Macy Barbara, a couple other fighters. Also she had like a 2-fight winning streak for a good bit, but she kind of bounced back from that when she had a win over Mariana Agapova, and that was by submission, rear naked choke, and that was just this past September. And she is, like I say, she's one of my favorite. She's a favorite fighter of my homeboy, BJ, over at No Filter. He's always on the hood. He loves wrestlers. He always talking about Jillian. He even did an interview with Jillian. And Jillian is very much into medicinal marijuana. So I say one time I suggest that she, Sean O'Malley get together and start a little business together. I think they can probably do it. So as you know, she's been fighting with Fury for a good while. She fought against Zombie Girl, Priscilla Cachoeira, and she defeated her. And even fought Katie Chichakin and beat her. Even fought former UFC Invicta fighter and bare knuckle fighter Pearl Gonzalez and defeated her. She's been doing pretty good. She took some losses, but she's been, I think, grappling is a thing because she's a decent wrestler. So also you can't forget that former two-time also UFC strawweight champion. It was last year, a year ago. Carla Esparza fought on this company against Danielle Kelly, and as Esparza, she's also a decent wrestler, but I think Kelly was the better grappler. As during the fight, there was a clash of heads with which Carla got lost the fight, and she had gotten a nasty cut. Some say that was reason maybe that stalled the fight between her and Rose because of this cut. But there's also some up and comers. We have here a young lady by the name of, I'm going to make sure I got her name right because I don't want to chop it up too bad, because sometimes these names are difficult to say. And her name is I think it's Amanda Manzana against Sandy Chang. And also we have Joanna Wood. No correlation to Joanne Wood, no correlation to JoJo Calder Wood, or former Wood. And another lady, Molly Zabovizitsky. It's one of those crazy names. And these ladies were fighting on the same card along with Rose and Jillian. And I think maybe we might see these ladies coming to UFC sometime soon, or maybe go to another organization. Maybe LFH, it's the UFC's new ground for recruitment for women in mixed martial arts. And like I said, Jillian and Rose going head to head. This was going to be a pretty interesting fight. Where it started out, I think, it's long. You fight for at least about 10 minutes. But the fight ended kind of quick. It took 65 seconds, and Gillian submitted ThugRose. I mean, it's a tough loss. But like I said, hey, this is not the same as UFC. It's just totally organization. Like I said, if it was a UFC fight, ThugRose would win because Rose is better stand up. She's a Muay Thai fighter. Her weakness is her ground game. I think that's one of her weaknesses. Her stand-up is better, but her ground game is one of her weaknesses. And Jillian has good ground game because she's a good wrestler. And grappling and wrestling is not too far. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is pretty good, and so is wrestling. But like I said, there's some fighters who don't have that great, decent grappling. Sometimes they get by with their wrestling. Some others get by with their Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So what's next for Rose? As you know, this is just a little setback. It still talks about maybe a third fight between her and Weili Zhang next year. As you know, Zhang is now the two-time, just like Rose and Claudia. That's not Claudia. I mean, Carla, two-time strawweight champion, and possibly maybe if this happens, there may be a three-time championship for Rose, or even Wally retaining her title. That's a big talk. A fight between these two. We don't know if it's going to happen or not. We just wait and see. Now with Jillian, her UFC career is still all right. She has that win against a biographer. A biographer. I don't ever heard her name is the chick from whatever country she's from, and she's, like I said, one of the original women who started on Tough. So I think the grappling thing, it might be good for her. I think if there was, like I said, more opportunities for other organizations. The grappling, she doesn't worry about a lot of strikes. She can use her ground game, which is her strongest attribute in MMA, and she might have a better future there in doing grappling tournaments than she does in the UFC. It's all depending. There's talks about maybe, I don't know, a fight between her and Montana Del Rosa down in the future. Possibly maybe Antina Shevchenko, or even maybe I think she might have maybe a rematch between her and Miranda Maverick, because Miranda took a big slide a bit since I think this last year, I think. But like I said, the future's good for her. It's bright. I think she likes doing the furry stuff, the grappling tournaments, because like I said, it's not a lot of striking, and she can use her decent and pretty good ground game. So anyway, congratulations to Jillian the Savage Robinson. Also, congratulations to ThugRose. We hadn't seen her in a while in action. I think she's maybe just getting her a little, getting a little that ring rust off her. And I think this is a good thing for a lot of fighters who are sitting off to the side, who got nothing else to do. As Dana won't let them do anything else outside of UFC. Any real, kind of really serious combat sports. Like, I'm not saying that these grappling is not serious, but he didn't want him to do anything such like boxing or even Muay Thai, because he don't want to injure his uncontracted workers. But anyway, shout out to Jillian the Savage Robinson. I know BJ, he gets a little funny feeling, and he's so proud for his girl. I know he already talked about it on his channel, because I listen to BJ stuff. He has a lot of fun. Some stuff I don't agree with him, but some stuff I have respect for him as a content maker on WMA. He's a little bit better than I am at this stuff. And I'm still growing and learning. But like I said, shout out to the Savage, shout out to Rose, shout out to all the ladies that competed yesterday at Fury 6. And much respect to them and their commitment and passion for the sport of MMA. Anyway, this is Man Always Yours page, a.k.a. the Emperor of WMA Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.